I've earned 30 plus certifications, and I'm here to guide you to success on your exam. Welcome to the Ultimate AB 100 Exam Masterclass. Are you ready to crack the AB 100 exam in one go? You're in the right place. In this session, we'll arm you with powerful insights and hand-picked questions that can make all the difference in your exam performance. We've scanned the web using intelligent crawlers to gather the most critical and high-impact questions, all compiled into one powerful PDF resource. You can download it from the link in the description. Not only will we explore these must-practice questions, but we'll also share real exam experiences and pro tips to give you that competitive edge. Let's dive into the key questions that could shape your success. Question 1. A company uses Microsoft Dynamics 365 Sales to manage leads that are stored in a Microsoft Dataverse table named Lead and use non-standard terminology and custom columns. You need to configure business terms in the lead table so that Microsoft Copilot controls can summarize the leads efficiently. The solution must minimize administrative effort. How should you configure the business terms? A. Combine all the fields into one custom field. B. Map the field display names as business terms. C. Add the schema names as business terms. D. Create new business terms for each field. Correct answer B. Map the field display names as business terms. Explanation. Mapping existing field display names as business terms minimizes administrative effort because no structural changes are required. Copilot can interpret business-friendly labels directly without creating new schema elements or duplicating fields. Question 2. A company uses Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations apps. The company plans to use Microsoft Copilot in-app help and guidance to generate responses for internal business processes. You need to add an additional knowledge source for the business processes. The solution must not add new topics to the Copilot agent for the finance and operations apps. Which knowledge source should you add? A. Microsoft Dataverse. B. A public website. C. Azure AI Search. D. A file upload. Correct answer D. A file upload. Explanation. Uploading files allows Copilot to reference internal documentation without creating new conversational topics. This keeps configuration simple while enabling in-app guidance from structured business process documents. Question 3. A company has an AI business solution. You need to extend the solution so that Microsoft 365 Copilot can invoke external logic hosted in Azure services. What should you include in the solution? A. Microsoft Copilot Studio skills. B. Microsoft Power Platform connectors. C. Custom engine agents. Correct answer B. Microsoft Power Platform connectors. Explanation. Power Platform connectors enable secure integration with external Azure services. They allow Copilot to call APIs and execute business logic without building custom orchestration engines or separate agents. Question 4. A financial services company uses Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance. Currently, the company's support staff manually reviews customer transaction histories to detect potential fraud cases before escalating the cases. You need to recommend an automation solution for the review process. The solution must ensure that escalations reach a human analyst for final decision-making. What should you recommend? A. Deploy an autonomous agent that closes non-fraud cases automatically. B. Use Microsoft 365 Copilot in Word to automatically finalize fraud detection policies. C. Configure a task agent to generate fraud risk scores for the human analyst to review. D. Export the data to a data lake for analysis in Microsoft Power BI. Correct answer, C. Configure a task agent to generate fraud risk scores for the human analyst to review. Explanation. A task agent generating fraud risk scores automates data analysis while preserving human oversight. Analysts retain final authority, ensuring regulatory compliance and reducing operational risk. Question 5. A company plans to deploy a Microsoft Copilot Studio agent that will analyze historical business data to predict customer behavior. The data is currently stored in an Azure SQL database, flat files, APIs, and logs. You need to organize the data into a format that can be used as a knowledge source in Copilot Studio. What should you include in the solution? A. Azure AI Search. B. Azure Data Lake Storage. C. Azure Cosmos DB. D. Azure Translator and Foundry Tools. Correct answer A. Azure AI Search. Explanation: Azure AI Search indexes structured and unstructured data into a searchable knowledge source. It enables semantic retrieval and grounding for Copilot Studio agents across multiple data formats. Question 6. A company uses multiple Microsoft Copilot Studio agents across different channels. You need to recommend a monitoring solution that provides comprehensive telemetry data and performance insights for the agents. What should you include in the recommendation? A. Application Insights. B. Azure Advisor. C. Azure DevOps. D. Microsoft Dynamics 365 Customer Voice. Correct answer A. Application Insights. Explanation: Application Insights provides telemetry, usage metrics, diagnostics, and performance monitoring. It helps track agent behavior, detect anomalies, and improve conversational experiences across environments. Question 7. A company has a portfolio of AI initiatives at different stages of development. You need to recommend a structured approach to evaluating the return on AI investment, ROI, across all the initiatives. The solution must balance immediate results with long-term values and strategic innovations. What should you include in the recommendation? A. A simple cost and benefit analysis. B. A horizon-based framework. C. The internal rate of return (IRR) function. D. A prioritization grid. Correct answer B. A horizon-based framework. Explanation: A horizon-based framework evaluates AI initiatives across short-term improvements, mid-term optimizations, and long-term innovation. It ensures balanced investment planning aligned with strategic transformation goals. Question 8. You need to recommend a Microsoft Power Platform business solution that consolidates data from multiple internal and external data sources. The solution must meet the following requirements. Provide the data as a centralized source for multiple AI systems, including Microsoft Copilot Studio agents, Dynamics 365 applications, and external AI models. Support built-in data classification and protection policies. Provide data for grounding and analytics. What should you include in the recommendation? A. Microsoft Dataverse. B. Azure Data Lake Storage. C. A Microsoft Power BI semantic model. D. Azure Cosmos DB. Correct answer A. Microsoft Dataverse. Explanation: Dataverse provides centralized, governed, and secure data storage with built-in classification and policy enforcement. It integrates seamlessly with Copilot Studio, Dynamics 365, and external AI models. Question 9. A company plans to deploy an AI-based customer service app that will autonomously manage interactions, escalate complex cases, and learn from historical ticket data. You need to perform a return on AI investment (ROI) analysis of the app deployment. The solution must ensure that the analysis is accurate. What should you do first? A. Establish the AI performance metrics. B. Conduct an AI market benchmarking study. C. Model the customer experience. D. Identify and quantify all the development, deployment, and operating costs. Correct answer D. Identify and quantify all the development, deployment, and operating costs. Explanation: accurate ROI analysis begins by identifying all costs. Understanding total investment ensures realistic financial evaluation before measuring performance gains or strategic benefits. Question 10. You need to design a Microsoft 365 Copilot solution to optimize employee productivity. The solution must meet the following requirements. Ensure that the employees can query content stored in a subset of Microsoft SharePoint online sites and in Teams by using natural language-based prompt actions. Ensure that employees receive contextually relevant responses in Microsoft 365 Copilot. What should you include in the design? A. Build a Microsoft Power Automate desktop flow to read the SharePoint content and post the responses to Teams. B. Modify SharePoint settings. C. Create a custom REST API that crawls the SharePoint content. D. Configure Microsoft Graph Access. Correct answer D. Configure Microsoft Graph Access. Explanation: Microsoft Graph provides secure, permission-aware access to SharePoint and Teams content. It enables Copilot to retrieve contextual data and deliver accurate, grounded responses. Question 11. A company uses Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance to manage accounts payable. You are designing an AI invoice processing solution. You need to recommend the prerequisites to configure a pre-built Copilot for accounts payable. What should you recommend? A. From Microsoft Copilot Studio, create an accounts payable agent. B. Extend Microsoft 365 Copilot for Sales to an accounts payable agent. C. Build an AI tool in Microsoft Foundry. D. From the Power Platform Admin Center, assign the Finance and Operations AI security role to users. Correct answer D. From the Power Platform Admin Center, assign the Finance and Operations AI security role to users. Explanation: assigning the Finance and Operations AI security role ensures users have required permissions. Without correct role assignments, pre-built Copilot features cannot be accessed. Question 12. A company plans to deploy a Microsoft Dynamics 365 contact center agent. You need to ensure that the agent can transfer the conversation to a live customer service representative. Which two components should you include in the solution? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Microsoft Foundry. B. Microsoft Copilot Studio. C. Microsoft 365 Agents Toolkit. D. An Azure AI Bot Service Skill. E. Customer Engagement Hub. Correct answer B and E. Microsoft Copilot Studio. Customer Engagement Hub. Explanation: Copilot Studio builds and configures the agent, while Customer Engagement Hub enables routing and live agent escalation within Dynamics 365 contact center workflows. Question 13. You are designing a low-code AI business solution by using Microsoft Copilot Studio. The solution must include an agent that automates tasks by simulating user interactions across third-party apps and websites, such as clicking buttons, entering text, and extracting information from screens. You need to recommend what to include in the agent. What should you recommend? A. Model Context Protocol (MCP). B. A Natural Language Understanding Plus (NLU Plus) model in Copilot Studio. C. Computer use in Copilot Studio. D. Copilot skills. Correct answer C. Computer use in Copilot Studio. Explanation: computer use enables agents to simulate clicks, text entry, and screen extraction. It automates workflows across third-party applications without API-based integration. Question 14. You need to recommend a solution to integrate a Microsoft Copilot agent with a Microsoft Dynamics 365 contact center chat channel. The agent must respond to customer questions and hand off the conversation to a live customer service representative when the customer requests an escalation. What should you recommend? A. Build an agent flow. B. Configure the conversation start topic. C. Configure a skill. D. Call a Microsoft Power Automate connector. E. Configure the escalate topic. Correct answer E. Configure the escalate topic. Explanation. The escalate topic defines conditions for handing conversations to live representatives. It ensures seamless transfer when customers request or require human support. Question 15. You are designing a Microsoft Copilot Studio agent that uses a custom Microsoft Foundry model to generate responses. You need to ensure that the agent can securely connect to and invoke the custom model during user interactions. What should you include in the design? A. Configure the agent to use classic orchestration. B. Create a connection to Microsoft Foundry in the agent. C. Add the Microsoft Foundry model as a Copilot Studio skill. D. Create a custom engine agent. Correct answer B. Create a connection to Microsoft Foundry in the agent. Explanation. Creating a secure Foundry connection allows the agent to authenticate and invoke the custom model during runtime interactions without exposing credentials. Question 16. A company has an AI solution that uses Azure OpenAI models. You need to recommend a governance solution that monitors and audits changes to model configurations and data usage. The solution must minimize administrative effort. What should you include in the recommendation? A. Azure Monitor. B. Azure Stream Analytics. C. Azure API Management. D. Azure Policy. E. Microsoft Purview. Correct answer A. Azure Monitor. Explanation. Azure Monitor provides logging, metrics, and auditing capabilities for model usage and configuration changes with minimal setup and operational overhead. Question 17. A company has a Microsoft Copilot Studio agent that provides answers based on a knowledge base for customer support. Users report that, occasionally, the agent provides inaccurate answers. You need to use metrics from the Analytics tab in Copilot Studio to identify the cause of the inaccuracies. Which two options should you use? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Survey results. B. Session information and session outcomes. C. Topic usage and topics with low resolution. D. Engagement, resolution, and escalation rates. E. Quality of generated answers. Correct answer, C and D. Topic usage and topics with low resolution. Engagement, resolution, and escalation rates. Explanation. Topic usage reveals unresolved conversations, while engagement, resolution, and escalation rates highlight performance gaps contributing to inaccurate responses. Question 18. You are creating validation criteria for a custom generative AI model that produces business reports based on internal enterprise data. You need to assess whether the model's outputs are appropriate and meaningful for the business reports. Which metric should you use? A. The number of active users interacting with the model. B. Alignment of the output to domain-specific tasks. C. The average system resource usage during inference. D. The model training duration. Correct answer B. Alignment of the output to domain-specific tasks. Explanation. Output alignment ensures generated reports match business-specific objectives and requirements. Relevance and contextual accuracy are key validation metrics for enterprise AI models. Question 19. A company has Microsoft Foundry agents that generate responses by using Azure OpenAI resources. The agents are deployed to both the United States and Europe. A company mandate states that the agents and their grounding data must adhere to data residency and movement regulations. You need to recommend a governance solution for the agents. What should you include in the recommendation? A. Microsoft Defender for Cloud. B. Azure Policy. C. Azure Monitor. D. Microsoft Purview. Correct answer D. Microsoft Purview. Explanation: Microsoft Purview enforces data governance, classification, and residency compliance across regions. It ensures regulatory adherence for AI grounding data. Question 20. A company has a Microsoft Copilot Studio agent that uses custom connectors to interact with enterprise APIs. You need to recommend an application lifecycle management (ALM) process to ensure that the connectors are deployed consistently across development, test, and production environments and meet governance and traceability requirements. What should you recommend? A. Deploy the APIs as Azure functions. B. Manage the connectors as solution components and deploy the components by using ALM pipelines. C. Maintain connector definitions and environment variables. D. Export and import the connectors between the environments as unmanaged solutions. Correct answer, C. Maintain connector definitions and environment variables. Explanation: Environment variables allow consistent connector configuration across environments. They support governance, traceability, and streamlined deployment within structured ALM processes. Please revise full PDF 2 to 3 times for 100% success. Check the description for the PDF download link and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming episodes. Thank you.